You're listening to Behind the Bulldogs, brought to you by Ferris State Athletics.
Off the left side, to the end zone! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
If I'm even having like a bad day on the course or something, I just look down at it and just feel like thankful that I'm able to be out there.
Making sure that we're like where our feet are and we're not thinking about outside distractions.
It's 2026, and we are back with Behind the Bulldogs, presented by Bezos Digital. Brandon Worth, Tatum Outlaw, back in the hosting chairs once again. Partner, it's been too long. We said see you next year back in December. Now it's next year, and we're back at it with another season here Behind the Bulldogs.
It's definitely been way too long. Like, I had to listen to some of our episodes before this because it's just like, we just need to get our groove back, but we definitely picked up where we left off, and I'm excited to be back.
Yeah, it's exciting to be back. We're excited to have the fans back. For those that tuned into some of our radio episodes over the last couple of weeks, now you finally get to see the video once again. We got a great show for you today. Women's basketball, Kadyn Blanchard, Charlotte Miller stopping by. Very excited to talk to them in our interview segment here coming up shortly. But of course, we got to break down what's going on in Ferris State Athletics. And as we do that, big thanks to Bezos Digital. Target your target audience with the experts. You can find out more for you and your business at bezosdigital.com. So let's talk, obviously, about the elephant in the room. We actually never got a chance to talk about this before we parted for the winter break. We're national champions for a fourth time in 5 years. Ferris State football beats Harding 42-21. Coach Anese's crew back-to-back again with everything they lost last year. Guys moving up to Division I level, some guys transferring out. Through all the ups and downs, still got back to McKinney and brought home another trophy, which is actually in the room. People can't see it, but we actually can see it right now, which is crazy. The fact it's actually in this room with us, but just incredible stuff from that team, that level of play year in, year out, the last couple of years. And the senior leadership really was a big part of this team.
Yeah, I think honestly, too, like what helps this program is like the legacy that the team before has left behind. And I think it's like hard not to hold yourself to that high of a standard when there's so many great teams who have done it before you. But yeah, just outstanding stuff. The game was pretty close at one point. I was watching it from here. I didn't get to go to Texas, but I mean, they had a perfect season. And even though it was a perfect season on paper, like they definitely had their fair share of adversity. And I feel like each game, there was always a little bit of a battle there, especially like it's hard to be like, is it overdogs? Not underdogs, but the overdogs.
Sure,
each game you play. You know what I'm saying?
Trademark it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to be the overdogs. I mean, like we've won it in the past, but there's teams that are so hungry for it. So, I mean, they definitely had a really tough season, but it was so cool that we could have a perfect season and get another national title.
Absolutely. Well done to Ferris State football. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk to them later on here in January. Yeah. We'll see if we can squeeze them into the schedule. Talking about some hockey as well, took place over the break. Competed in the GLI. Really tough sledding against a really good Michigan State team, as well as a very, very good Miami team. Lost to St. Thomas over the weekend, but really played well, especially that Friday night. The first two periods played really, really well. Saturday just kind of slipped away from us when we blinked. I should say blunk is not a word, is it? I think I just made it up.
We're just making
we can wake
all
up
these
words.
Different words today.
New year, new words, new dictionary at this point. So, but I mean, a game got away from them in the blink of an eye. But at the end of the day, this team still has a chance to grow. Bowling Green this weekend at home. We're going to need everybody. Like, we need everybody to come. I know it's really hard for us to say, like, hey, come support this hockey team, because you're going to look up the schedule. You're going to look up the record and say, why should I? Because they need the assistance of fans and the noise and the environment so that they can elevate and play better. And they will. They have done it this year at home games where we've had a lot of people. So we encourage people to come out. This team will turn it around. Remember, this is a whole new staff, a whole new roster, a whole new philosophy of playing hockey. So it's going to take time.
Yeah. And, you know, like as you were saying, like I think still showing up and supporting them, their season is so long too. Yes. It's never too late to learn things and make differences and grow and improve. And lucky for them, they have such a long season. Like it's never too late. I think just stick with them, keep believing in them, and it's just never too late to make a difference.
Absolutely. And basketball was also in action, women's and men's. GLIAC sweep to start the year. How about that? Taking down Roosevelt and Wisconsin Parkside. And the Parkside games on Monday, for those that were here, were awesome. I mean, tight games. Women's won by 6. I believe men's won by 2 exactly. So, I mean, 8 points combined in 2 games. That's awesome. But a really good start to the year. Women's obviously split in a really competitive set of games in Hawaii, which they'll talk about here in just a moment in our interview. But I mean, for Coach Westendorp, Coach Fodness as well, looking like seasoned pros, starting off the year on the right foot, and everybody seems to be playing well to start the year and got through those games with a lot of that holiday rust still and had to knock it off into the second half and still played well.
Yeah, and I mean, it's hard to play over the holidays too with like your normal fans not there. So even I was able to go to the games the last couple of weeks, but still it's not the same seeing Wink so empty because we're so used to being packed, and like the basketball teams have so many fans. But it was just nice to see both teams sweep over the last week, and we'll talk about it later, but they've got some tough competition this weekend. And I mean, the women's team has just been rolling along. They're pretty consistent, and the men's team, I'm just glad to see things starting to come together for them, even with half of their team injured.
Yes.
But they are over 500. They are chipping out some wins here and there, whether it's by a lot of points, whether it's by 2 points. A win is a win. So I'm just happy to see them getting some more of those.
Yeah, women's basketball right now, top 22 in the nation in the last poll as well. Men's, I mean, are right now exceeding expectations with the hand that they've been dealt in this crazy card game that they've dealt with so far this year. But they've done a great job. I ran into Coach Fod yesterday. He's really pleased so far. So Hoops fans should be very excited this year.
Yeah.
And those that did miss, by the way, you missed out on free ice cream as well as a free taco.
Taco, yeah.
Twice. Just saying, you got to show up. So we'll talk about that later on in the show. And also, indoor track starts up next week. So very excited for that. Personally, I know a lot of people are as well. So yeah, that's catching everybody up to speed with Ferris State Sports. So
we had a lot to catch up on.
We did indeed. So with that, we will be back after this with our interview with Kadyn Blanchard as well as Charlotte Miller. Now joining us here in the interview room, we have two very special guests from women's basketball joining us here. Kadyn Blanchard, Charlotte Miller. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Great to have you on. And two GLIAC wins over this weekend against Roosevelt and Parkside. Just talk about how the team's feeling right now, fresh into 2026 with a pair of wins.
Yeah, obviously it's a great way to start the new season, new year, 2026. And we just got back from a trip from Hawaii, which we were very excited about. And then to finally get 2 home games under our belt, because we've only had 2 other ones so far this season. It was just really nice to be back at home with each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt weird being at home. Like, I'm used to playing away games at this point, but it was fun to be in front of our home crowd and like with all our families and stuff. But it was good to pull out those 2 wins against 2 really good teams to start off the year.
Absolutely.
Kadyn, you mentioned it, and I was going to ask anyways. You guys went to Hawaii. Tell us about that and what it was like to play games there with this team you got.
It was an amazing experience. I wouldn't want to do it with any other group of people. It was very interesting to be on vacation, but also to be locked in at the same time.
Right, yeah.
So that was tough. And then we tried a few days before we left. We were practicing in like our sweatshirts and like sweatpants to try and like get used to like the humidity and the heat and stuff. But I don't know, but nothing could compare to the humidity there. Like the floor was just soaked all the time. Anytime anyone fell, they were like out there sweeping it up and stuff. But other than that, it was a great experience. Like we got to see Pearl Harbor, went shark cage diving. Literally just being in the warm weather was nice too.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. What about you?
It was so much fun. Yeah, it was hard to like be on vacation, go to the beach, and then be like, okay, we have practice now. Like to lock in and just focus on what the trip was actually for. But it was nice. We had a lot of free time to like go and shop, and we went to a luau together, and that was really fun. It kind of sucked because it rained a lot, but we're in Hawaii. We still had a really good time. And yeah, shark cage diving was really fun. I don't know. You guys went shopping and stuff that day, right?
Yeah. I actually got to stay for another week though after the team left.
I saw that.
What?
Yeah. So they were there for the week and it rained every day. But in Hawaii, it just rains like every 30 minutes.
Right.
So
that's what I've heard.
It's just like drizzle, but like you're not really getting any sun, which sucks. But I saw the week that I got to stay after though, I got so much sun. I got tan. I was so happy. Got to go to the beach like every day. I got to be with like my dad, and then my mom came later because she was actually at the national championship football game.
Oh yeah,
so she didn't come
because your brother. Yeah.
So that was cool that they got to make it out after that too, and I felt cool coming back tan. So
yeah, absolutely, for sure. And Charlotte, I'll direct this question over for you. We played at, and obviously, Kadyn, you can talk about this game too. Playing against Michigan and Chrysler earlier on this season, really cool experience playing in Ann Arbor. But I think especially Charlotte, for you, it had to feel like a very special moment being back home, almost playing in that game. Talk about that experience for you.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Like my entire family was there. A bunch of my teachers were there. Just playing in front of like a real home crowd, like just so many people that I knew. And I grew up playing in that gym all the time. Like I went to camps there every year since I was little. And it was just kind of surreal to be like my first college game too, like playing with this team for the first time against a team that I grew up rooting for. My parents went to. So it was just a really special experience and I'll never forget it.
For sure. And KB, what was that experience like for you playing at Chrysler?
Once again, just a great experience. I'm glad I got to do it with them, and a fun first game back from an injury for sure. Mara was saying that so they trapped us like pressed us most of the game, and Mara was saying that when she looked up, like normally she can like see over us, but all she could see was like the numbers because they're so much bigger than us. So that funny. Just like little things like that were like fun to talk about now, you know.
Yeah, that's a really tall team. I remember watching that. I was like, whoa, that's different level of length and height for sure.
They're really good.
That's funny. Very loaded question, but different probably for both of you because you are a veteran on this team and you are a newer player in the team. How does it feel to be in season? You guys are in the swing of conference play. What's your mindset? You know, as you guys are out of preseason now and you're about to play all these conference matches. These games are all really important.
For me, like you said, as a veteran, something that I've just been like stressing to the other seniors and even to the young ones is just not take any of this for granted because everything this year for me and all the other seniors is a last home game versus Roosevelt, last home game versus Parkside. Like we're never going to get this experience back with each other. So just like really trying to take everything in and just enjoy the moments of, for me, especially just being healthy out there. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Kadyn says this a lot in our huddles. Like, if you don't have the motivation, you're not feeling that day, like, look to the person to your left and, like, that's your reason for doing it. And I think that's a big thing for, like, me and the younger girls. Like, we get 3 or 4 more years of this, but it's, like, all of our seniors, they don't. Like, this is their last chance. So it's, like, even if you don't want to be there, you don't want to do it for yourself, like, do it for them. Like, this is their last chance. And I think that's just extra motivating for me, but also to just go out there and like prove yourself and prove like why you deserve to be here and just enjoy the whole experience.
Love that.
Yeah, it's like a good pressure. It's not like stress, but it's like a good pressure. You know, you want to play well for your teammates. So absolutely. When it comes to the other side of being a student athlete, the academic part, what's your major? What made you decide to do that? And how close are you to trying to get a degree? I know, Charlotte, you got a little ways to go, but still a lot of time. But
it might be different in a year.
Right.
I'm kidding. Hopefully not. Who knows?
For sure. So, but what are you guys studying and why'd you choose it?
I started in biology, so that was my last semester. And then I wanted to do PA school, but I changed my mind. So now I'm in the nursing like track.
Okay.
So I'll start those classes next week. But I'm excited for that because I knew I wanted to do like health professions, but I wasn't totally positive. But my mom's a nurse and she had a really good experience with that. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Cool. Sweet. KB?
Well, I have graduated with my bachelor's in biology and I just graduated with my master's in business administration.
Woo.
And then I am starting the master's in healthcare administration program this next semester, but I won't come close to finishing that. I'm just kind of doing it for the semester. And then I'm planning on going to chiropractic school to get my doctorate next year. So.
Sweet.
Well, doesn't your mom do something similar?
She's a massage therapist. So kind of, but in the same realm, like health. Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know you were a bio. You said bio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you were a bio major because I had classes with her this last semester. So
okay.
Yes.
Very cool.
Very different question, but I always am very curious to hear. Do you guys have any like pregame superstitions or like during the game superstitions?
I just not really anything before the game, but during the national anthem, I just always pray. That would be my only one.
Oh, okay.
During the anthem, I look at a specific star. I don't know. I've done that all of high school.
Really?
And like now, like I know what star I'm looking at and I just like focus on that and think about like what I'm going to do this game and just being grateful for that moment and stuff. But pregame,
that's cool.
Not really, because it kind of changes how I play. If I played really bad, like I'm not going to do what I did before. So it's kind of different every time.
Yeah. Not superstitious. Maybe a tad stitious. That's all.
A little stitious.
Just
Office fans.
Yeah, for sure. Off the court, getting away from hoops, getting away from school. What are you guys' go-to hobbies, and what will get you relaxed a little bit, take it away from the game?
I like to read. I've gotten really into reading the past couple of years. Fun fact, I have my own dirt bike, so I really like to be like outdoors.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Hello.
I know.
She's cool.
I can't like do any tricks or anything. I just like trail riding, but Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I just love working out in general too. Like I'm excited for after basketball to like get to do my own like workouts and like lifts and that type of thing.
I got you for sure. Charlotte, how about you?
I just like hanging out with my friends a lot because none of them are athletes and they have plenty of time, so they get to hang out with each other, but I don't get to see them as much. So I really enjoy spending time with them. But like in the summers, I love going hiking. Me and my parents have gone to Montana a few times. So that's like a really nice like shared experience that we all get to have and look forward to. So yeah.
Yeah, Big Sky is beautiful. I will say that.
Did you guys play any other sports growing up? If so, share please.
Growing up, I played anything and everything.
I can see it. I had a feeling you were going to say something like that.
But in high school, I just played volleyball and basketball because travel basketball was in the spring and summer. So, but I miss volleyball, so I love watching you guys play.
I feel like maybe I'm like forgetting this, but I feel like it's usually like the basketball players that are like, we miss volleyball so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's happened like anytime we've had one on. They've always been like, I miss volleyball.
I love watching your games. It was so much fun.
Oh.
We couldn't go to like a ton because we would always have practice and stuff, but we would go to as many as we could. So
yeah, we love seeing you guys there.
Yeah.
I played volleyball for 1 year in 6th grade, and that was it. I played basketball since like 1st grade, but I wish I played volleyball in high school. It would have been fun. But
Okay. Very specialized then. So just the one sport.
Mm-hmm.
She's perfected her craft.
She has, indeed.
I wish. Maybe one day.
Hey, some people are like, just like, I don't know, but then there's some people who are good at everything, but I feel like for most people, they're just kind of like mid-level at everything. And there's probably like one sport they're really good at, but some people just stick to one thing and they excel at it. So
yeah, some people it works, some people it works different ways. So when it comes to the game of basketball, what is it for both of you individually that you love about the game itself? Like what drew you to the game and pursuing it then in college?
Oh, great question. Probably just getting to compete and like you were talking about perfecting your craft, just always being a learner. That's something that like my coaches and my parents, I feel like have like instilled in me is to just always want to be better and like never be satisfied. And I think there's always like different things that you can add to your game. And I feel like through my journey here, like each year, like there has been like some other like aspect of the game I've been able to add to it. And it's just really cool to be able to look back and be like, wow, like I really have come a long ways.
Mm-hmm.
Super.
Yeah, I think when I was little, like both my brothers played basketball, so I was always around the sport, like always going to their games. So I think that's what got me interested in it. But I'm also just a very competitive person. And once I tried basketball, like I just loved it. And I loved getting better. I loved competing. And like Kadyn said, like getting better every year. I think once I got to like middle school and high school and started like looking at recruiting process and all that, like if I wanted to play in college, I really thought that I always wanted to get better. And I was just really grateful for that in high school. Like once my high school career was over, it's like it wasn't the end. Like I still had more to go. And yeah, it's just really, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be here and to just keep getting better because I have great people to do it with. And I think that's really what makes the whole experience worth it.
Sweet.
On that same topic, how was your guys' recruiting process, if you'd like to share, and what was just like compelling to you about Ferris?
My recruiting process, I got recruited by a lot of schools in the GLIAC, and then I had one Division I offer from Niagara in New York.
There's a school in the Falls?
Yeah, like inside, you gotta swim to like go get it. Yeah, I know, it's pretty
Everyone
crazy.
Gets a boat.
Yeah, but yeah, loved the recruiting process. Obviously, like it can be a little stressful and things, but I loved playing travel basketball, and so that was really fun. What drew me to Ferris, though, honestly, I actually didn't get recruited by Kerr. I got recruited by Kendra, the coach before him. And,
oh yeah.
Whenever I like came to campus on visits or like I went to watch them at SVSU, it just seemed like such a family atmosphere, and I could just tell that all the girls were pretty connected and like just enjoyed being around each other. And that was something that was really big for me. And I also didn't want to be somewhere super far away because family is important to me. Like I'm far enough away from home, you know, I'm not super close, but at the same time, like if I ever needed to go back, I could.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my recruiting process was okay. I don't know. In the moment, it was like very stressful, but once it was all over,
You're
I
like
was like,
still recovering from it.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, I had a few offers from other GLIAC schools and just like random other conferences and stuff. But I was like, a few days away from committing somewhere else when Coach Scott texted me, and he was just like, oh, come on a visit. And I was like, why not? Like, there's no reason to say no. So I went on my visit like a week after that, and then I committed like a week after my visit. And yeah, I just knew, like, people say like, when you know, and that's kind of like cliche, but it was true. Like, I came up here, I met everybody and just did the whole tour, and I was like, yeah, like, I know this is where I'm supposed to be. So there was no question about it.
Yeah, it's a cliche, but it's true. Mm-hmm. Like, for those that have, all four of us can obviously say this, maybe the viewer can at home, some maybe can, it's when you know immediately. So last question for you ladies. Thank you so much for stopping by. What's your favorite thing about being here at Ferris State and being a Bulldog?
I say this every time, but it's literally just the people. I wouldn't want to be here with anyone else, and I'm so glad that I've met so many great people on the team and through faculty, just through the school, throughout my whole journey here. And I definitely know that I have my best friends for life. So
nice.
Yeah, my answer is the same, the people, because I don't know, I just have so many good role models, but also friends and like best friends and the freshmen to just share this experience with me and get through it. And we all have like different perspectives, but it's so nice to just be in a close-knit group, and that I just really enjoy spending time with them.
Absolutely. Well, Charlotte, Kadyn, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you up in the UP later this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Charlotte and KB for joining us here on the show. Our first interview of 2026 is in the books. Send another great one. Add it to the list.
Yeah, I loved hearing just like their perspective on things. Hearing about Hawaii, I was definitely having some FOMO, and I was so jealous seeing all the pictures. So, but they've just had a great start to their season. So it was nice to hear their insight and all that.
For sure. And by the way, I found an article. This is totally off topic, but it actually snowed on one of the Hawaiian Islands this last week. Yes, that's what I said. No, it is actually true. That
doesn't make any sense.
Yes, I have a buddy that actually does live in Hawaii. He will remain nameless. Did actually confirm that for me, that it did actually snow on one of the islands. It's not like one of the very inhabited islands.
It's because some Michiganders were there. That's what it was.
So that the Bulldogs left their mark just a little bit later than we anticipated, I guess.
Yeah, it takes time.
It does take time, especially for the snow to arrive on an island. Anyway, let's get into the Ferris State Sports Slate. For those that are coming back from break, if you're coming up on Saturday or Sunday, like, hey, we welcome you back. But if you're able to, swing back on Friday. That's when everything starts. Hockey against Bowling Green, 7 o'clock on Friday. And I believe it is also Friends Night. So bring a friend, enjoy the game. And there will also be a Saturday game as well at home. That will be a 6:07 puck drop. And make sure if you show up on Saturday that you wear white. So don't wear red. Don't wear black. Wear white on Saturday for hockey. Yeah, don't be the odd duck in the dog pound. It just looks weird. And then men's basketball, women's basketball, as we mentioned, very, very competitive trips upcoming. All the way up to Houghton to start on Saturday, noon o'clock for women's basketball, and then 2 o'clock for men's basketball on Saturday. So good luck to them. They will also be playing on Monday, January 12th. They will be playing at Northern. It'll be 5:30 for women's, 7:30 for men's on Monday, January 12th. So I guess now they're going to have to start getting used to this weird Saturday, Monday ordeal. If you want to blame anybody, blame Roosevelt. No, I'm just kidding. But it's going to be a little bit different. So fans, second semester, we're going to have Saturday and Monday games for conference play. So pretty much lock down Mondays on your schedule for hoops.
Yeah, for sure. And they are in full swing right now. These games are really important. They are in conference games, I guess, except for Northwood, but X-Conference, still kind of an important game.
Sure.
A good regional game, but best of luck to both of those teams this weekend in the UP. They always bring a lot of competition there. So
yeah, for sure. Also on Monday, I believe it starts at 11? Question mark. I look over to you for the celebration details.
I think so.
It is at 11. Okay, so David L. Eisler Center at 11. We're going to be celebrating women's volleyball as well as the trophy behind us, Ferris State football. So head on over. I believe there's going to be some food, some swag that you can pick up as well. So head on over to the Eisler Center Monday at 11 a.m. and get all of your good stuff.
Yeah, and get there, I would even say early, because I feel like there was a lot of people there last year. So
yeah.
And the David L. Eisler Center, I almost said the UC. It's always very busy in there. So
it is very busy.
Make sure you go there, get your swag, talk to some of the athletes, and it should be a fun time.
Yeah. Might even see myself and Tatum there. You can say hi and that you love the pod.
Definitely be there. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be very fun. That's going to conclude episode 1 of 2026 here in our season of Behind the Bulldogs. Any last thoughts, Tatum?
I'm just happy to be back.
Same here.
Yeah, and I hope you guys are happy too.
Absolutely. We hope that you are happy indeed, and I think you guys are going to be really happy about the guests we have lined up. We will see you next week on Behind the Bulldogs. Until then, we'll see you later, everybody.